let's just say that this is how you classify. How many of you all actually read the sentence of how to classify? You just read it. Okay, so the first sentence of the second paragraph that you were supposed to read, yet you did not because you saw that you were supposed to define the bold words, and that's all you did, was you classify a polygon by the number of sides it has. So, first of all, what we need to know is what is a polygon? That is the most important question. So, a polygon is any closed figure. And if you notice, it cannot crisscross itself. Okay? So if you notice the one that kind of looks like an hourglass up there at the top, it crisscrosses itself, so it is not a polygon. However, if it were to be unwrapped, it would look similar to a trapezoid, which is a polygon. So, the next important word is vertex. Vertex is where two sides of a polygon meet. Yes, what do you need?
Can a polygon not have any round edges? Does it have to be all?
That's correct. They must. Okay, so it's a closed figure with straight sides. Sides. Yeah. I'm not. I think you know what the side of a polygon is. I hope. Okay. What you probably didn't define in your notebook when you were looking through these is consecutive side. Probably didn't define consecutive vertex, nor probably consecutive. I wish I could spell today. Consecutive angle. Is there anybody that actually did? That's what I figured.
Are they bold?
They're highlighted. You probably didn't. Did you define the word name? Because it's bold. Okay, gotcha. Yes. All right. All right. So a consecutive side is when you're going around a polygon, two sides that come one directly after the other. A vertex is two vertices that come one after another. And similarly, two angles that come one after another. Oops, that's a grammatical mistake. That come one after another. So what that means is, let's say I have a picture here. I'm going to draw a pentagon. I'm going to draw a pentagon A, B, C, D, E. The consecutive sides here are AB and BC. Okay, that's a consecutive side because they come one after another. Could I have rewritten those in the other order, BC and AB? Yes, because it doesn't matter if you go clockwise or counterclockwise. Two vertices are E and D. So E and D are consecutive vertices because they come one after another. And same with angles. I'll just call it angle C and angle D. Angle C and angle D are consecutive. So, more than likely you knew what the word consecutive meant anyway. I hope. If you didn't, hopefully now you do. It means coming one right after another. Okay? The other two important things are concave and convex. How can you tell the difference? I like this way of remembering. Concave caves in on itself. Does that make sense? So concave pentagon would look like this. A convex pentagon looks like the one I already drew. So again, a concave caves in on itself. Isn't that special? I know. So I think that's a nice little way of remembering it. The technical definition is that it has a diagonal that's on the outside. So if this is vertex A and this is vertex B, it goes from A to B. Does that make sense? Which leads me to the last thing. What is a diagonal? A diagonal is any segment that connects two vertices that are not connected by sides. Does that make sense? So, again, with the pentagon example, if I have pentagon A, B, C, D, E, not all that creative, I admit, I have quite a few diagonals. I have AD, I have AC. So let's go ahead and name those diagonals AD and AC. I have BE and BD. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
I'm working my way around to C. I have CE. What about AC? What about CA? Alright, just like we had before, it is the same thing as AC, so we don't rewrite ourselves. Okay? Isn't that special looking? That's what. See, wouldn't you all have wished you can, when you're a small child, you could have just drawn a pentagon and then drawn all the diagonals, and you wouldn't have had to. So, okay. I agree, it still is crooked. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about how to do diagonals or how to name them? Good. One last thing. How to name. What if I have this? I have this thing. I'm going to name it A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What is this thing called? For one, it's concave. What kind of object is it? A heptagon, because it has 7 sides. And it's the concave heptagon A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's how you name things. There is a nicer, if you have a triangle, it's really nice. Like say I have a triangle DEF. I don't have to write all that. All I have to do is write I can draw a triangle and then write DEF. Okay. So is that easy enough? Everybody's already done this kind of stuff before, right? We've done it a little bit. You should have done it a little bit in middle school. So, all right, good.